These are my favorite printable upgrades for the Bambu Lab A1. The first print you want to do is a filament poop collector. Whenever you load a new filament into your A1 or have an AMS when it needs to change colors, the printer will extrude a little bit of filament to ensure that you get a nice clean print. And in the Bambu Lab community, people just nickname this filament poop. So this print here is to catch all of this purged filament so it doesn't get all over the floor. Next is a cover for the extruder fan on the side here. So this is essentially to prevent any loose pieces of filament or even dust getting up into the fan and getting stuck. Next is a must-have for 3D printing in general, which is a bed scraper to get your prints off the bed. So I printed this, and for whatever reason, the bottom part of it here failed a little bit. I'm not sure what happened. I think some filament got stuck somewhere. But this has an interchangeable blade, which is really useful if the blade gets really dulled like mine kind of is now. One small thing that I'm actually not a big fan of is this wire that dangles from the printer. So I found these springs that essentially go around the base of the cable so that it kind of keeps the wire up high so it doesn't get in the way as much. But the problem is, even with the springs, I found that it wasn't holding the cable up as much as I would like, so I printed off this cable arm to hold the cable in place even higher. You could probably get away without the springs and just use this, and I think it would be completely fine. Keeping on with cable management, this is a cable holder for the cable that runs along the right side of the printer. It just keeps it in place and ensures that it's not sticking out or snags anything while you're printing. Next is a print for anyone who is not using AMS or just doesn't have it hooked up at the moment. This print is an AMS dust cap. It essentially makes sure that when you don't have the AMS hooked up, that nothing is getting into those other filament slots and ruins your prints. Next is a hot end holder. I have a few extra hot ends, different sizes and stuff depending on what I'm printing. So this comes really in handy to just have here so you can quickly access them and quickly change them whenever you need them. Next is a screen cover for the screen on the side of the printer. The screen kind of sticks out a bit, and if you're working with pliers or any kind of hot ends or anything, you don't want to risk scratching the screen, so I highly recommend printing one of these to protect your screen. Next is a hot end changing tool. So I don't know about you guys, I got pretty big hands and it's really hard for me to get my fingers in here and swap out the hot ends here. So this tool makes the whole process really easy. Bambu Lab printers require lubrication to operate properly, so I printed out these nozzles to fit on top of a super lube bottle so that you can really effectively lube the rails and the axes of the printer. And those are some of the printable upgrades that I've done so far. There are definitely a ton out there.